This is page 2 of Perpendicular and Parallel Lines 3.7. All right, on this side, page 2, I would like for you to write the following at the top. If perpendicular is the opposite and flip. So an example, let's do an example over here. Example would be like if you had 1/5. The perpendicular slope then would be opposite, which would be negative, and then you flip it, so then it'd be 5/1. So that's how you do the perpendicular slope. So in this problem, our slope is 3. So the slope is equal to 3. So our perpendicular slope then is going to be -1/3. So you do the same thing that you did on the front side. So y minus y1, which in this case is 2, is equal to my slope, which is a -1/3 times x minus a -9, so that becomes a +9. So y minus 2 is equal to a -1/3 x, and 3 goes in the 9 3 times. The 3 is on the bottom and the 9 is on the top. So 3 goes into 3 9 times, so my answer is -3, because the negative times a positive is a negative. So I'd have to add 2 to this side and add 2 to this side. So I would end up with y equals a -1/3 x. And remember, this is negative, and that's larger than 2, so -1. Next problem. This is 0.5x, so that's the same thing as saying 1/2 x. And -9, and so y equals 1/2 x minus 9. So my slope is 1/2, and my perpendicular slope is a -2/1, or -2. Y minus 10 is equal to my slope, so a -2 times x minus 7. Y minus 10 is equal to a -2x. Negative times a negative is a +14. Add 10, add 10. So y is equal to a -2x plus 24 would be the equation. And then the next one, my slope is 4/3. So the slope is equal to 4/3. So my perpendicular slope is going to equal a -3/4. So y minus a -1, so y plus 1 is equal to a -3/4 times x minus a -4, so +4. So y plus 1 is equal to a -3/4 x. And this 4 is on the bottom, this 4 is on the top. So that would give me a -3, because the negative times a positive is a negative. Subtract 1 here and subtract 1 here. So y is equal to a -3/4 x minus 4. All right, on these, you want to tell a line that is parallel to y minus 3 that passes through the point 26. So briefly, just drawing a picture so you get an idea. Y equals a -3. Well, this is where the y is equal to a -3 below the axis. And I want a line that's parallel. I want a line. The only way I can draw my line is going from left to right, because I can't draw it on the axis. So y equals a -3 is a line that goes from left to right. if this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. So I want a line parallel to that. So it's going to have the same slope. So it's going to still start out as y equals. And then if you come over here and look, where is y on this coordinate? Y is equal to 6. So my answer is y equals 6. And then on this one, you want one perpendicular to y equals -3. So that means it's a line that's going to be going up and down. So that means that would be x equals. Well, what is x on this problem? X is 2. So x equals 2 would be the line that's perpendicular to that goes through this point, 2, 6. Find the equation of a line parallel to x equals 4. So again, if x equals 4 would be up here, and it's going from left. Oh, x equals 4, sorry, would be a line that's over here, and it's going up and down. So I want a line that's parallel to that. So I would look at x equals, and so that would be a -2. And then the next one, the same line. So that would be over here, that's going up and down. And I want it to be perpendicular, so that means it would have to be y equals then. And what is y in this problem? 3.